Hello, Chris Fower here. Thanks for tuning in to our channel. Today I'm speaking about a very important subject for us all as brass players, brass teachers and brass educationalists going forwards. And that is, what's the best way to contain and manage COVID risk going forwards? It's great that through the summer term and into next academic year we'll be able to get back into schools and continue with our activities, face-to-face, large groups, brass playing happening in big groups. Fantastic. Really looking forward to it. But what can we do to make sure we're doing everything we can reasonably to ensure that we're minimising risks from COVID? Now, the report that's included in my blog from the French Association for Music Manufacturers is fantastic. They've put an enormous amount of work into this. It's proper scientific research that's been peer reviewed at the moment prior to publication. We're very lucky that we have a webinar. There's a link in my blog to the webinar, which is about an hour long, that these guys gave for the MIA, their UK equivalent, where they unpack their findings, and it's about woodwind and brass. But this blog gives you a quick resume of that, but with relevance really to our instruments. So what are the key points? Well, the key point about an instrument in terms of how long COVID can survive on the surface of an instrument is that COVID survives in very different ways on different surfaces. And it's a little bit counterintuitive. I mean, we all know, for example, that silver has an antibacteriological element to it. You know, you see silver strands woven into socks to stop them getting smelly and things like that, trainers. But in actual fact, COVID survived for over 2 days on silver. So it's not necessarily a common sense approach. Your preconceptions might not match the data. So it's really well worth looking at the data, which is in the webinar. In terms of our instruments here at pBone, we're very pleased to be able to tell you that our instruments are made from ABS, which is a type of plastic, as you know. And in fact, COVID can only survive for 24 hours on the surface of ABS. So that's great news for all of us out there using pBones, pTrumpets, pcornets. All our instruments are ABS. So even if you did no disinfection, in 24 hours, any COVID on that instrument would be dead. So that's great news. And I'm going to unpack more about that in the blog. Please have a read. If you've got time, I really would advise you to watch the MIA webinar. It talks about woodwind as well. There's some great research on air pressure in woodwind and brass instruments and venting of aerosol. So the outcome of that is that the idea of a mask on the end of your bell is a really good idea. So that's great news. That can really help, particularly in a large group. So mask on the end of the bell. Simple alcohol wipes are great for disinfecting. Again, have a look at all the different disinfectants because they're not all as effective as you might think when it comes to COVID. Well worth looking into this stuff. So have a read of the blog. There's some great stuff that I've picked out for you to absorb. It's focusing on brass, it's focusing on our instruments. You'll be surprised to hear. Have a look at the webinar from the MIA, which is great. And also I've included a link to download the advice document in English that the French team have kindly published. So lots to look at, lots to think about in terms of planning our delivery as we roll out through the summer term and into the next academic year. I hope you enjoy. Please, my link to my email is in the bottom of this blog. So please let me know how you're getting on. Any questions, any thoughts, any suggestions, hit that link, send me a message. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for listening. Bye.